Yes, dear children, Namaste to all. You are welcome to VT section of Pune Education Center. In the previous class, children, we learned about AC, its properties, and the advantages over the DC, and the DC and its disadvantages or the use of DC, and also the graphs of AC, single phase and double phase, and graph of DC. Today, let us know the instrument used to measure the parameters of AC and DC both together using the instrument known as digital multimeter. You must know its operation. It is a very important tool to measure AC voltage, AC current, DC voltage, DC current, resistance and short circuit, open circuit, diodes and transistors, and so many more. That is why it is called digital multimeter. You have analog multimeters also, children, for your use. That is difficult to understand. You have here digital multimeter. It's very easy. The readings you get in digits very easily. In analog multimeters, you have to note the pointer where it moves on the scale. Then you have to note that. It is little difficult. It takes lot of time. Let us know the digital multimeter. This is the digital multimeter and its operation. Let us know first. Yes, children, it is digital multimeter called because it shows all the results in digits. These are known as 7-segment display. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means each digit is made up of 7-segment display. Then this is the display panel. Then this is the round knob. Here you can see the scales, the parameters of electrical energy here on the peripheral of this round knob. See children, here it is the socket 1, 2, 3. Minimum you will have 3 sockets. In an advanced multimeter you will have one more socket. Here in this socket V ohms MA is written. It is COM, means it remains common to any measurement. This is 10A. A means unit of current in amperes. Here you see I have written M, DCA, ohms, M, capital M, ACV and DCV. The explanation for these, it is ECV means AC voltage, DCV means DC voltage, DCA means DC current, ohms means resistance, K, capital K means kilo, this is small m means milli, but capital M means mega. You see here children, ACV, this is a ACV range only 200 and 750. Means you can measure AC voltage from 100 to 750 volts. Then next is DCV, here 200 millivolts to 20 volts, 200 volts and 1000 volts. This is the meaning of this. Here 200 M, this is DCA means DC current, 200 milliamperes, 20 milliamperes, 2 milliamperes, 20 amperes. You can measure this DC current here, till here only children, till here. This is in DC current will be very small. This one is ohmic range, that is resistance range, 20 ohms, 2 kilo ohms, 20 kilo ohms, 200 kilo ohms, and 2 mega ohms. Kilo means 10 to the power 3, milli means 10 to the power minus 3, mega means 10 to the power 6. Okay, I will give you detailed notes about it in the next video. This multimeter works on 9 volts battery. This knob you can rotate either left or right, and you have to set it. If you want to measure AC voltage, you have to set it to 200 or 750 depending on our requirement. If you want to measure DC voltage of a battery, you have to set it to 20 volts because batteries will be of 1.5 to 12 volts. If you want to check the wire, it is open circuit or short circuit, you have to use this one. Okay, then this is a DC current. You have to put red probe, that is a red wire, to this one to measure voltage, ohms, and the current A. Any type of voltage, resistance, and current. This will remain common. This 10 amperes, 10A means 10 amperes. More than that, here milliamperes. If you want to measure a current of AC or DC, you have to shift this red probe to this one. I'll explain it more when you come back to the school, children. These are the sockets. To these sockets, you have to put red and black probes. I will show here. This is the multimeter. It is the round knob. Can you see here the digits? 4 digits. Turns on here. If you turn either side, that will change. Okay. Then this is the red probe. This is the black probe. This is the round knob. This is display. Here battery will be put, 9 volts batteries to be put. Here you have to turn. Can you see here? AC volt, off, DC volt. Here buzzer mode, ohms range. You will I will show you when you come back to the school. I will show you in detail. I will give you multimeter to observe it. Then you have to know its operation. I will show the operation. I will demonstrate it. I will tell the use of multimeter. Let us know the use of multimeter. Yes, children, let us know the uses of multimeter. It is an important tool. It is an important tool in the field of electricals and electronics. One should have this in our toolbox. Tester is used to test only the presence of electrical energy, that is to AC only. Here it is used to measure AC volt from 1 to 1000 volts maximum safely. Second one, it is used to measure DC volts 200 millivolts because battery will deliver millivolts of current, very small current, to 600 millivolts to 600 volts. Sorry children, it is used to measure DC volts 200 millivolts. In some electronic circuit, you have to measure at certain points, that is the how much volts any component is offering. Okay, that is 200 millivolts to 600 volts maximum. We deal with the DC electric energy from 1.5 to 12 volts only. Still, experiment it is needed for the electronic engines. That is why they have given here. It is used to check the wire continuity. You have a long bundle of wires, children. If it is discontinuous, somewhere cut inside you can't see, at that time electrical energy will not pass. In a fraction of a second, using multimeter, the wire continuity can be tested. Also for short circuit and open circuit of printed circuit boards. Next, it is used to measure AC DC currents as well. Okay, it is used to check diodes, transistors, ICs, etc. These all are electronic components. So it is multi-purpose. It has multi-purpose use. That is what is called multimeter. Apart from this, children, you can measure AC volt from AC voltmeter, DC volt from DC voltmeter, DC current from DC ammeter, AC current from AC ammeter, resistance from the ohmmeter, resistance from the ohmmeter. But instead of using different instruments of the electrical parameters, to measure the electrical parameters, different electrical parameters, instead of using different tools, we can measure using multimeter, all in one together. It has vast use in the field. It works on 9 volts battery. You have to know its operation. You will enjoy when you come back to the school. If I show you how to operate it, you will enjoy the class, children. Thank you.